So have you had time to draw breath? And because I mean, you came in November, Sparta Prague, and then all the way to the Europa League.
Well, of course.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long, it's a long season because we had a short break, of course, in January, but then we had to play all the way to the cup final, so which was very good. So once you're in the rhythm, you just keep on going. But I had time to go home and to be with the family and just not thinking about football as long as it's possible. But of course, you need to time off again to refresh and to get the battery fully charged for the next season. So it was good. At the Grand Prix, so I really like Formula One, so I watched it as well. So we had to spend a couple of days in Monaco, and then the weather in Holland was good, so we could also swim a little bit and be with the family, and of course work already ahead for the next season.
I mean, given the way the season finished, obviously with the final and then winning the Scottish Cup, this is your first full season.
Yeah.
You must be hugely excited for
Yeah, well, I mean, it gives just more time with the players, like quality time, also possibilities to have good sessions for a week. Because normally, in the season it's impossible because you're always in between games and you cannot really train because you have to make sure physically they don't, get overloaded. So, but it's good. We have good sessions. We had meetings this week already, and working hard to get the squad, and fully 100% for the season. So we're still ongoing in that, but of course we could welcome Suter this season, and also Cholak just came in yesterday. So hopefully in the next week we can have some more of them.
How do you see the team evolving in terms of style and how you're going to approach over a season? Is there anything that in particular you've noticed over your first months you'd like to change or evolve or improve on?
Well, we changed a little bit the system, not too much in the first weeks, but eventually when the season was going, progressing, and I had more knowledge about my players, about their characters, their strengths. We were tweaking a little bit, tweaking a little bit some different technical aspects, and I think that's one thing I like about football. So about working with a group, you're constantly trying new things and developing different technical things within the game to get stronger, but also to make it difficult for the opponent.
You also have the Champions League qualifiers coming up very early in the season. Rangers showed last season how difficult that can be.
Yeah, it was.
Losing to Malmo, also hugely important to try and get through into group stages this season.
Well, of course. I mean, of course, the season was a big disappointment for the team, for the club, not to go to the next round and try to get into the group stages. Now we have again 2 rounds to play to get in the group stage, which is was, of course, is very huge because I played in Champions League, I coached Champions League with Feyenoord, and I think for a player and also for a coach, it's a fantastic tournament to be involved in, and that's also the ambition of myself, from the team, also as a club, to be there in the group stage, and we have to be ready when the first games come.
Have you watched the final back, the Europa League final? Have you sat down and watched the game back?
No.
Is that something you'll ever do? Or?
Well, I haven't watched the World Cup back, the final. I remember the game in my head, so I don't need to watch the pictures of that game. So I know exactly what we did well, what difficulties we had. So that's still in my mind.
And in that regard, that feeling of so much disappointment, you spin that around, and players use that to drive them on to greater success.
Well, it's of course we had a disappointment in Seville on that night, and then 2 days after we had the possibility to end the season with positive. I mean, of course, wanted to win the cup in Seville. That's normally, but sometimes in football it doesn't go your way, and you have to, pick up the pieces and keep going again, because it was a huge game for us to win the cup that day. And I think also that final helped us a little bit going into the break and going to the international games a little bit more positive than when Seville was at last game.
And do you think, you look at the league, how tight it was? There was only 4 points between the teams at the end last season.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same again this season? It's going to be obviously between yourself and Celtic.
Yeah,
Do you
well, I
think
mean,
it'll
it's
go-
I think the margin was or the difference was really close. If you look back on the season, we had games where we should have won and didn't win and lost, important points. But I think the season next year will be the same. It will be very close, because of course Celtic invested a lot last year in their squad comparing to the year before that, and I think the margins are really close, and so it means you have to be ready for the old firms, but also make sure in all the other games you don't drop too many points, and that's of course our aim to become champions of Scotland next season.
How close attention do you pay to what's going on at Celtic in terms of their signings and how they're doing? Are you very much focused on only what happens here, or do you naturally have to also see what they're doing?
We're of course concentrating on Rangers in the development of my team. The players we want to bring in, but of course we're gonna play against Celtic. We're gonna play against Hibs, Hearts. Of course you will keep their development as well, because eventually you will face them. So I think that's important to be well prepared and know the squad you're playing against, and their qualities as well, and the way they play. And that's for all the teams we're playing. But of course, Celtic will be, the team who will push us for the championship again.
When you came back into the first day of pre-season, did you have any message lined up for the squad? Or what did you say to them after Seville, after the cup final, after the summer to recharge? What was your message to them to not get picked up and go again?
Well, I mean, it's a new season. We have we have a lot of competitions we're in, and our goal is to be successful in each one of them, and that's the drive we have to show. That's also why you work hard now, because the league starts. The first game against Livingston away, Champions League. So once we're in that schedule, it's just keep on going, and that's we have to be prepared for that. But the character of this team is there. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't come to the final of the Europa League. But again, I've met so many seasons successful, but then we have to make sure that last season is done, and we have to continue. And now we know there's everything to win for, and that's what we want to do.